As the complexity of scoring and using award tickets has grown, several services have popped up to help travelers use their miles and rewards points to yield the greatest return. Here to tell us about them is WSJ's middle seat columnist, Scott McCartney. Hi, Scott. Great to see you.
Good to see you, Tanya.
So, Scott, it can require an investment of hours and hours to find the best deals with your frequent flyer awards, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It's gotten more and more complex. One reason is there are more and more partnerships in the airline industry, and with that comes more opportunity to use your miles elsewhere, but a lot more complexity to it. And often that inventory of award seats isn't on the airline's website. There are more rules and fees, and the prices themselves in miles fluctuate a lot more like a cash ticket. Delta, for example, doesn't even publish an award chart anymore.
And hence, there are now plenty of people that say they will wade through all this complexity for you. What is the promise of these various services, and what fees do they charge?
Yeah, some of these folks are frequent flyer mile junkies, if you will, people who have spent years earning and churning miles, working the programs, and now offering their expertise to you as a service. Typically, they charge about $150 a booking. They only charge if they find something that you like. Sometimes it's per person. So it can add up, but you can save a whole lot if they find something a lot cheaper for you.
And if they can find one of those great first-class seats, that's also an advantage. Now, you spoke with travelers who use some of these services. Did they seem pleased with the results?
Yeah, they do. It's a time save for them. It's assurance that they're getting a good deal. You often feel like you don't know what's out there. You don't know. These folks expose them to airlines that they might not ever try or think of trying, and they also counsel them on when to use cash and when to use miles, which can be sort of a complex value equation, and there are plenty of times when you're better off paying cash than burning your miles.
But Scott, what about plain old-fashioned skilled travel agents? We don't hear so much about them anymore, but can't they do some of the same legwork?
Yeah, I think they can, and that's important to remember. Travel agents certainly are familiar with the partnerships in particular. So they know that your miles on a U.S. airline could be redeemed on a Middle East carrier, something like that they can help you find. And
can you do some of the work yourself with some of these new startups that you mentioned, such as PEX Plus and Expert Flier?
Yeah, I think this is another really interesting development where this is a process that really could be automated, and so PEX Plus is a search engine that has 10 airlines on it now. It's new. It's growing. They're trying to build more. But with one search, you can look across multiple airlines. So they'll do all that partnership searching for you on the airlines that they have available. Expert Flier is another useful tool. With their Pro version, does cost about $5 a month. With their Pro version, you can look at inventory of award seats and see how many seats. So if you're a family of four, are there 3 seats available, 4 seats available? Are there business class, first class? They have the inventory of 86 airlines, including most of the big U.S. airlines, and so it can be a really useful tool.
All right, Scott, thank you so much for that. It sounds really complicated. I think I would like to pay for somebody to figure it out for me. Thank you for that.
Absolutely.